Did Blake Lively's old remarks about quietly seizing creative control just set off a Hollywood tug-of-war with Justin Baldoni? It might sound too wild to be true, but sometimes the biggest drama isn't on screen, it's behind the scenes. This story has taken a sudden twist, revealing simmering tensions between big stars and powerful producers. And it's far from the only shocker. Kanye West is raising eyebrows yet again with outrageous merch, and an NFL player's parents are suddenly caught in a hailstorm of angry fans. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see how easily a single comment or action can spin into a full-blown spectacle that rocks entire industries. Long before her name became headline news in this latest clash, Blake Lively openly spoke at a Forbes Women's Summit about disarming people with her looks, only to later unveil her true ambition for total creative input. At first, it sounded inspiring. An actor wanting more than a decorative role in Hollywood. People applauded her confidence, while others merely shrugged and chalked it up to typical star power. But here's the twist. When you fast forward to the present, her words aren't just motivational. They've practically come to life. Suddenly, old quotes about taking over the narrative don't look so harmless. They've resurfaced right as Blake is rumored to be locking horns with director Justin Baldoni over a film project. It's as if she scripted her own future, and it's stirring the pot in ways no one imagined. But that wasn't the whole story. If you haven't followed Justin Baldoni's work, you should know he's far from a rookie in Hollywood. He's built a reputation as a passionate, hands-on director who believes in his vision. So, when he hired Blake for a new project, both as an actor and a producer, it should have been a win-win. Two driven creatives, unstoppable momentum, right? Not exactly. Rumors started circulating about heated discussions in production meetings. Was Blake pushing the boundaries of her producer credit? Did Justin resent her stepping onto his turf? Then came talk of the Dragons, Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, whom Blake allegedly invoked as allies. That's serious star power for Justin to take on. Before anyone realized how intense things had gotten, whispers of rewrites, pointed emails, and scathing voice notes began to swirl around Hollywood's grapevine. Those rumors solidified when a 6-minute audio message leaked online, revealing Justin praising Blake's excellent script notes, only for insiders to claim later that the positivity in his voice wasn't the full picture. Some described it as forced politeness, a courtesy extended before stepping into a legal minefield. It wouldn't be the first time a producer star butted heads with a director, but something about this spat felt different, almost personal. Yet the drama only escalated. Suddenly, talk of lawsuits became part of the conversation. It's unclear whether official documents have been filed or if they're just looming overhead like storm clouds. But one thing's certain, more than a few people with deep pockets and influential networks are involved. Producers, co-stars, behind-the-scenes staff, everyone is taking sides or staying suspiciously quiet. In a normal Hollywood setting, creative disagreements eventually simmer down. Either you reach a compromise or someone walks away. But here, rumors say neither party is backing off. Blake's unwavering quest for authorship slams straight into Justin's established directorial approach. Could the tension have been avoided if their roles were defined more clearly from the start? Or does this reveal a deeper industry dilemma about who really calls the shots in modern filmmaking? Whatever the truth, it's dominating headlines and overshadowing the film itself. To some, it's proof that star power can threaten a director's control. To others, it's a cautionary tale about a director's reluctance to share creative reins. No matter whose side you're on, the story underscores how fragile Hollywood alliances can be once the cameras stop rolling. But as major as this fiasco is, it's far from the only explosive situation rocking pop culture right now. Switch gears to the fashion and music worlds, and you'll find another uproar sparked by none other than Kanye West. Known for unpredictable moves, he crossed a serious line by releasing apparel featuring a glaring Nazi-style insignia on his Yeezy website. Fans were stunned, but the real controversy came from how Shopify, his e-commerce partner, reacted. Or, to be more accurate, how slowly it reacted. According to reports, the offensive items stayed live for about a day, racking up sales before the platform finally intervened and pulled the plug. Critics question whether Shopify valued profit over principle. By the time they halted transactions, a disturbingly large number of these items were already in buyers' hands. It's unclear if those customers plan to wear them or simply hoard them as a bizarre collector's item. Either way, the public was outraged, and major brands scrambled to distance themselves from Kanye yet again. This isn't the first time he's courted controversy, but it might be one of his most unsettling stunts. As consumers question the ethics of major platforms, the takeaway is clear. In today's market, big names can plunge an entire brand into chaos with just one ill-advised product drop. And if you think that's the last controversy, wait until you hear what happened in pro football circles. In the NFL, trash talk is almost a sport in itself. But CJ Gardner-Johnson, a standout safety, took it a step further when he went head-to-head with Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, and, by extension, the Swifties. Yes, those Swifties, the passionately devoted fans of Taylor Swift. A few blunt comments from CJ sparked a tidal wave of online backlash. But the real victims: his parents' restaurant in Florida. Swifties and Chiefs loyalists bombarded the business with negative reviews, turning a private family establishment into collateral damage. It might sound absurd, people flooding a restaurant's page because of a football player's offhand remarks, but it reflects the sheer power of fandom. They can influence online ratings, personal livelihoods, and even local reputations in a matter of hours. For CJ's parents, it's an unimaginable situation. Do they ask him to apologize publicly? Do they ride out the storm? It's a harsh reminder that fame cuts both ways. Those close to public figures can be dragged into feuds without warning. One moment you're serving your community, the next you're fielding calls from angry strangers who have no clue what your menu even looks like. So what's the bigger lesson behind all these explosive showdowns? Whether it's Blake Lively fighting for creative control, Kanye West pushing offensive merch, or CJ Gardner-Johnson's parents dealing with online bullies, the common thread is power and influence. A-listers and social media icons hold incredible sway over public perception. One statement, one product drop, or one viral feud can trigger a domino effect that no one can fully predict or contain. In Blake's situation, star power meets creative ambition. In Kanye's, shock value collides with corporate responsibility. And in CJ's case, a simple piece of trash talk spirals into a personal, family nightmare. Each scenario shows how quickly circumstances can escalate when millions of fans and critics are watching every move. But we're not done just yet. All these incidents beg the question: are celebrities losing control of their own stories, or are they writing them too boldly for anyone else to handle? Blake Lively's remarks were probably intended as an empowering speech, yet they now echo through a bitter showdown with Justin Baldoni. Kanye's boundary-pushing style has brought attention before, but this time it veered into territory many consider unforgivable. And CJ Gardner-Johnson discovered the hard way that certain fandoms can strike back at even the slightest provocation. We're left to wonder if social media has amplified the consequences of celebrity slip-ups, and if that amplification is fair or simply the new normal. While some stars adapt, others stumble under the weight of an audience that demands not just entertainment, but accountability. In a world where a single tweet or product launch can spark outrage across continents, each public figure must tread carefully. A misstep can cost not only endorsements and friendships, but also the livelihood of innocent bystanders. So where do we go from here? Are these headline-grabbing conflicts just fleeting drama, or do they signify a massive shift in how fame, fandom, and power play out in real time? For now, the spotlight remains fixed on these tensions, and the public can't help but watch. One thing's certain: the collisions between ambition, controversy, and fan support aren't going away. If anything, they'll only intensify as the stakes get higher and the world grows more interconnected. Until the next firestorm breaks, we can only guess which star, athlete, or influencer will spark it, and who might get burned in the process.